never believe this going vertical. Being in the space I learned to see, I only ever make what every day I can't believe I gotta go. It's the only life I know. I believe it in my mind, so I know it's time to show. It's the only vibe to go. I do believe it. Do you believe it? I gotta go. It's the only life I know. I believe it in my mind, so I know it's time to show. It's the only vibe to go. I do believe it. Do you believe it?
Since the creation of the internet, every industry has been turned upside down. Amazon changed retail. Uber changed transportation. YouTube changed video forever. With the invention of crypto, money is next. At the speed technology is growing, the future of money and securities are digital. 9 out of 10 millennials do not trust banks. The value of money relies on trust. Government debt is higher than it's ever been before. Central banks continue to print money. Fortunately, the world has a new solution. Experts predict in 7 years, 10% of the world's economy will be in crypto-based assets. Today, 1 billion people have access to the financial industry. Crypto is about empowering the other 6 billion people by banking the unbanked. Do not underestimate this. Do you wish you invested in Google, Amazon, or Netflix before anyone ever knew about them? $1,000 invested in Netflix turned to over $500,000. At Token Metrics, we help you find the next Netflix. Token Metrics users think differently about investing. They are early adopters looking for financial freedom. They are people who see a better world. A world without international borders. We believe in a world where everyone has access to the next financial revolution. At Token Metrics, we are creating a bridge that gets you to that revolution. We will help you make sound investments in this new world. The world's best investors do not rely on their intuition. They embrace technology and AI to invest. Token Metrics uses AI to find invisible patterns in data to help you invest and trade in crypto. In the past, we have used our data-driven system to achieve financial freedom. Now, we are giving you the keys. We created Token Metrics to be the only platform you'll ever need to make money in crypto. We give you AI and access to crypto experts at the best price. The moon is not the limit. To the moon and beyond.
Disclaimer. Token Metrics Media LLC does not provide individually tailored investment advice and does not take a subscriber's or anyone's personal circumstance into consideration when discussing investments, nor is it registered as an investment advisor or broker-dealer in any jurisdiction. Information contained herein is not an offer or solicitation to buy, hold, or sell any security. The Token Metrics team has advised and invested in many blockchain companies. A complete list of their advisory roles and current holdings can be viewed here at tokenmetrics.com/disclosures.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Ian Belena. Welcome to the 100X show, and we have quite the guest for you. We have one of the most promising blockchain projects out there, 1inch Exchange. If you haven't heard about this, this is one of the good projects out there. Our team has done a very in-depth code review on this. We actually shared this with the customers I'd say probably around July, August of last year. Great project, 1inch Exchange. We have the CTO here with us to answer any questions we have. We'll go through the project, their background, their story, their vision, their roadmap, what they're trying to build. With that being said, Anton, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey everyone.
Can you hear me, Anton?
I'm fine.
Okay, awesome. So, welcome to the show. Welcome to the 100X show. You have one of the most promising projects out there. Very, very excited to talk with you and just learn more about what you guys are working on, and also have our crypto family and community asking you questions. So, any questions you have for Anton, just post them in the chat. This is going out to YouTube, Twitter, Periscope. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, reshare. Share this with all your crypto family members out there. Get them on board, get them into crypto, and get them to learn more about One Exchange. With that being said, Anton, first of all, tell us, who are you? Give us a quick introduction on yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Jan. I'm glad to be here. I'm Anton Bukov. I'm CTO and co-founder of One Exchange. It's a project which was born in May of 2019 on Ethereum Global Hackathon in New York, and now it's like the leading DEX aggregator on the market.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite the understatement. This is definitely, I think, the best leading DEX aggregator. I mean, honestly, before I even use Uniswap, I go into One Exchange to make sure I'm getting the best price, right? So in a way, I use Uniswap through One Exchange, right? For those who don't know, right? You guys aggregate so many DEXs. Could you kind of maybe share the list of DEXs you aggregate?
Yeah, we have this list when you put what asset you're gonna swap and what amount you're gonna swap. You will see some result, how many tokens you would get, and you also can see a table with different DEXs and
I've actually
see
pulled this
how
up,
much result you would get.
Yeah. So I've actually put this up here on my screen. Producer, if you could maybe just kind of share my screen. Yeah. So this is the site when you log in, oneinch.exchange. And first of all, I like the interface. This is version 2, I believe, Anton?
Yeah, it's version 2.
The most recent version, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, go ahead, continue kind of explaining.
I believe issue with not showing chart is because this token CHR is not like quite popular. Maybe you can select
okay.
any other token.
Yeah, let me switch to a different token here. This was when I was trying to sell Chromia.
Is it inside about some project? We don't know.
So let's do reserve rights. This one should have tokens. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through the platform.
Yeah, sure. The interface is pretty intuitive. The right part of it looks pretty similar to what you can find on Uniswap, but it also has some advanced elements which allows you to know more about what's happening. On the right side, you can put like what you're gonna swap and what you're gonna get, the amount you're gonna spend, and you would see the result like at almost 8,000 USDT. And on the left side, you could see like chart of how price was changed in time, and you can see routing. It's how 1inch can achieve this price. This involves interaction with multiple DEXs, and you can see it's like 2 roads right now with 2 swaps in each road, as far as I see. And under the routing, you can also find a list of DEXs which support this pair of tokens, and you can see how much you would get on each of them. You selected history tab under the routing. You can switch to different tab. Yeah, and you will see different exchanges, how much each exchange would give to you. And the core idea behind 1inch was the more you swap on each DEX, the worse is the exchange rate. But if you would split user amount among multiple DEXs, you could improve the exchange rate. So it was like the core idea. And right now we are not just splitting among, we are building really complex roads. And the more amount you are trying to swap, the more complex route you would see in routing visual element, because we also do take gas fees into account. Sometimes when you swap tens of bucks, hundreds of bucks, it makes no sense to do actual like complex routing. It makes some sense to swap on Uniswap or SushiSwap or any other single or split among two MMs. But when you swap really a huge amount of assets, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of bucks, it's like splitting over all the possibilities. You could see like really amazing growth. Try to
I
put
think this is
some
the most powerful
huge
part
amount.
of this site, right? Because you can come here, see what the slippage is across all the different DEXs, right? So there's no point, at least for this pair, if you want to trade reserve rights for DAI, obviously here the best exchange is 1x Exchange, because they're going through all these different DEXs, right? Here we have 70%, is that correct? Going towards WETH, USDC,
Yeah.
and then DAI through Uniswap, Sushi, and Curve, and then 10% towards Banco and then DAI, then 20% through Kyber, Wrapped Ethereum, and DAI. So you're basically doing the smart order routing for us, and it's the centralized. Okay, so you're saying to make this a larger amount? Okay, let's do that. Okay, actually, let's do something.
And
let's
we
do
continuously
$1 million worth of reserve rights. Actually, no, that's tokens. Let me switch to DAI. That'll be easier. So let's say we have 1 million DAI, and we want to buy reserve rights. The cool thing about this is you calculate the slippage across all these different DEXs. So this tells me this is already too large of an order to do on this DEX. But go ahead.
Yeah, and also in exchange table, you can switch middle tab to show not the price, but return amount. Maybe it will be more obvious, like
how do I do that? You said to switch
middle
what?
tab, it tap in middle tab title, like DAI/RSR. It's a middle column. Yeah, it's not sorting. It's about switching to a return amount. It's like USD value, like estimation, and also you can switch to amount to see how much RSR tokens you would get on different DEXs. This like simply shows the advantage of DEX aggregation.
Yeah, I think this is the future. Now, kind of tell us, how did the team meet?
So this happened in the middle of 2018. We met each other in internet over our common friend. Like I have friend which moved to Germany, and his wife and ex-wife of Sergey, co-founder of 1inch, met each other. They made some friendship, and the friend of mine had like only two persons really interested in crypto. It was me and Sergey, and he introduced us to each other, and we like met each other, but did not do anything together until in September of 2018 we started collaborate on YouTube live streams with recording smart contract security audits. It was some hype in Russian segment of internet with some different smart contracts, like some hype projects. Some of them, I believe, were Ponzi projects. And we started doing security audits, trying to find some backdoors in these projects or bugs, which allows admins or anyone to steal funds, lock funds, and do anything bad to participants. And what we actually did, we recorded in YouTube more than 100 security audits of smart contracts. You could imagine each security audit was like 2 to 4 hours long video where we read each line of code it's like smart contract which is 1 or 200 lines of code length, and we are reading it and describing how exactly each line works and what it also, how it could affect on security. It's like not how this line was supposed to work, but how it could work in case of some in some unusual cases. And at the end of 2018, we started to participate in Ethereum Foundation-baked hackathons, like ETH Global hackathons around the world. And we our first hackathon was ETH Singapore, and it was so cool that we started to participate in all the hackathons, in all the blockchain hackathons around the world, like not only Ethereum Global, but mostly Ethereum Global. They are like the most cool ones. I remember we were in India, in South Africa, in a lot of different
What year was
countries.
this? 2019 or 18?
It was 2019, right before all this COVID. And
yeah. Oh man, I missed you guys because I was on a crypto world tour in 2018.
And I love going to in 2020, it's not that exciting. All the hackathons are online. It's just different, because when you move to some country you never have been before, and you have like 1 day before hackathon, 1 day after hackathon, you have like 2 or 3 sleepless nights building something something strange, but you hope it would work. It's an insane experience. We really liked it, and we also found a way to like build something interesting and win some bounties. And usually these bounties allowed us to cover tickets and hotel. So it was not like about earning something. It was like about self-sustainability of participation in hackathons. Else it would be hard to explain to family why you are spending money and flying all around the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun, and we got a lot of contacts in Ethereum world.
Okay, so kind of walk us through the roadmap for the project, where you are now, where you plan to go, how you plan to make the platform even better.
Yeah, sure. We have so much plans. Recently, in like at the end of November, we released version 2 of 1 inch with advanced routing with a new user interface. But we are constantly working on improving it, and gonna also ship some new versions, which will have some like 2.1 potentially, because we gonna ship some changes which can be delivered without smart contract upgrade, because we're not using upgradability pattern with our smart contracts, because it's like dangerous for users to use upgradable smart contracts, because if someone will steal your key or multi-sig, like multiple keys, someone could upgrade system to something dangerous, and people can lose money. That's why we prefer not to use upgradable smart contracts, and that's why if we would ship something new regarding smart contract, we will deploy new smart contract, and users will make new approves, but they will be happy with new functionality. We believe this. And in the end of the previous year, we launched also one more product. It was not about aggregation, it was liquidity protocol. First version was called Muniswap. It was some kind of joke name. We released version 2 in December, in 25th of December, with when we also launched the token. And this version 2 was like renamed from Muniswap to 1 inch liquidity protocol, because from our perspective, it makes more sense when our different protocols and projects are named like under 1inch brand, but it's like working separately. It's AMM, it's like automated market maker. People can put 2 assets in each pool, and this pool will trade with traders, with arbitrage traders also, and it potentially will earn some APR on different fees which we have inside it. And yeah, what we also shipped is a governance system for 1inch. It's extendable, so we will have some additional modules in it. Right now we have this liquidity protocol governance module, aggregation protocol governance module, and we're gonna also have another modules. And like about 2021 year, we are gonna ship some additional new products which were not yet like announced, and tokenomics of 1inch token will be like highly affected by these releases. But we're not gonna tell what we're building, what we're working on, because we're trying to exceed expectations and make some kind of surprise for our users. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So we're getting some questions from the comment, but prior to that, anything? I think maybe let's talk about the token, right? Because prior to even launching the 1inch token, you had the Shy or She token, which was a gas token. Can you kind of maybe explain about the thought process and the use case for that token, the She token, and then why a second token was also created?
Yeah, sure. Chi token, we call Chi, like Chi energy. It was a pure utility token of tokenization of gas in Ethereum. It had actually 2 preceding versions launched by a different team. It was GST and GST2 tokens. These tokens allows people to leverage gas costs. Anyone can mint this token or buy it. Minting makes sense when gas price is low, but anyone can burn this token, and when you mint token, you spend gas, but when you burn token, you receive some gas refund. It makes no sense as a separate action, like transaction for burning some gas token. This senseless. But when you perform some transactions, spend, for example, few millions of gas, at the end of this transaction, you could burn like few dozens of such gas tokens, and you would get gas refund, which could be up to half of gas spent in your transaction. For example, if you spent 1 million of gas in some transaction with some, for example, complex swap on 1inch, you swapped huge amount of money, and 1 million of gas was like a good trade-off for this trade, for price improvement. You can burn gas token at the end. You will spend like additional maybe 50k of gas for this, but you could get like 600k, 500k gas refund. And this is like the difference you would see in the Etherscan at the end between gas used and gas limit of the transaction. So you will pay half and you will spend dozens of tokens, but it will be profitable for you, because usually what I see price of Chi token is like allows you to buy it, and if you would burn it with current gas prices, you would benefit from this immediately. So I mean, buy price of this token is usually much lower than what you could extract burning it during swap.
Okay. Now, does somebody have to manually buy the token with the aggregator, or is it automated for them?
Anyone can buy it using 1inch. Anyone can buy it anywhere. You can even go and mint it yourself, but you could like calculate will it be cheaper to mint it right now or buy. I'd bet that it will not be cheaper because there are some arbitrage bots that are trying to mint it and sell immediately on AMMs. So minting is will not work for you if you're a regular user. It's like for super advanced users who are trying to mint it with scripts, with bots. For regular users, they can just buy this token, a low option of burning chi tokens during transaction on 1 inch. And if you will make any swap transaction on 1 inch, it will try to burn this chi token from your wallet using your proof. And any other projects could integrate this logic. There is like any restrictions, but it's not possible to use this token with any project. You need these projects to integrate support of this action, that they, at the end of the transaction, they would burn something from your wallet.
Now on the site itself in 1 inch, is there an option to say, because I'm seeing here there's maximum return and there's lowest gas cost. Does the lowest gas cost automatically buy 1 inch token for me if I choose that option?
No, it will not buy
I can just check and say buy me 1 inch.
No, 1 inch exchange will not buy chi token for you automatically. You have to buy it, and then you have enable like burning chi token during transaction to get gas refund to earn on this. You can find it in settings in the top right corner. Not on limit.
I'm pulling up my screen here.
Yeah, and the top left button in settings, top left.
Left.
Activate. Yeah. Chi.
Okay, yeah. Sign in. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, activating Chi effectively means that you will make a proof, and contract will make like burn from your wallet.
Okay,
like
that's great.
Transfer from, but
now let's talk about the other token you launched, 1 inch token. So tell us more about that. What was the purpose of creating that token? How can people use it?
Yeah, so 1 inch token is a token that 1 inch project launched 24th of January. And it's like a token or project, token of project. And we are gonna have multiple use cases for this token in different protocols. Right now, it is used inside aggregation protocol and liquidity protocol. Both of them have some like earnings and fees. Like for example, in liquidity protocol, when some user swaps some token to another token, pool generates some revenue for liquidity providers, and part of this revenue is collected by referral, those who brings this volume to the system, and another part of this revenue of liquidity provider is shared with governance. And those who stake it 1 inch token in 1 inch governance, they earn this reward, and they also can vote how this reward should be distributed, how huge part should be dedicated to 1 inch operations, how much to referrals, and how much should be dedicated for the reward. And anyone can like have 1 inch token, like buying it, or for example by getting it from airdrop. It will, if wallet was eligible for airdrop, and they can stake token, and they will receive reward gradually. So when 1 inch systems earn some rewards for governance, and then at some point in time they this 1 inch tokens are dedicated for governance as a rewards, they are being distributed during 1 week linearly, like every second all the stakers receive the same amount of reward, and this continues for 1 week. So distribution of all these rewards not happens instantly to avoid any manipulations. When like there is a huge reward, some whale can jump in staking and then jump out easily. So all these rewards are distributed gradually. So all the, like, what else can 1inch stakers do? They do not only stake to earn, they also stake to have a vote. All liquidity pools in liquidity protocol have a governance system where liquidity providers have some votes for parameters, and their votes are proportional to their stakes in these pools, like their share of this pool. And all these parameters are applied as a weighted average of votes of all liquidity providers. But those liquidity providers who do not cast their votes, they effectively delegated their votes automatically to 1inch stakers. So when 1inch stakers vote for pool parameters, they vote for every liquidity provider who not casted their own vote. So
Okay.
We call our system instant governance. We think it makes sense that every vote is counted, and everyone, even if you have small share in the pool, you could affect some parameters of the pool by just voting. Your vote will be counted as multiplied by your weight, your share in this pool. And the more share you have, the more your influence on the parameters of the pool. So we like this idea.
Okay, great. So I think let's take some questions from the audience. Subra Jayoti on YouTube is saying, can we trade on 1inch exchange from India? I believe the answer is yes, because it's a DEX, right? But go ahead and talk about being a DEX and having no geographic restrictions.
Yeah, right now, we're a DEX, and everywhere where Ethereum is working, 1inch can work for sure. It requires no registration. You can just attach your wallet using MetaMask or Wallet Connect. If you don't heard, Wallet Connect is something which allows you to connect your wallet on a different device. Like you can open 1inch on your laptop and then press Connect Wallet Connect, then scan QR code with your mobile wallet using protocol Wallet Connect, and you can trade on laptop and sign transactions on your mobile phone. It's really cool, like 2FA for wallets. And there are no any restrictions. Initially, when we built super first version of 1inch, it was mostly working on front end. It was heavy application. It was slowly working on some devices, slow devices, and but it was completely decentralized, and the response time was not great. It was 5 to 10 seconds. Right now it works blazing fast. You can get response in less than 1 second. In some regions it's half of a second, and it will not damage your CPU anymore.
Okay, next question on YouTube from Pasang. How does 1inch generate income?
There are different models on 1inch. Right now, liquidity protocol is one of the sources of income. So what happens behind AMM, that any AMM, like Uniswap or Banker or 1inch liquidity protocol, they have two tokens on balance and allows traders to trade one token to another. And what happens to balance, that it keeps product of these balances non-decreasing but increasing. And the square root of multiplication of the balances, this is like a metric on how much this pool earned. And when pool liquidity providers earn something, we can compute how much they earn from this trade, and we can share part of these earnings with referrals and liquidity providers. And also another case is aggregation protocol, when some swap during when transaction was pending, during confirmation time, price was unexpectedly improved. This slippage surplus will go to the governance rewards. Yeah.
Okay. Next question from Harvey Williams. Any plans to implement order books?
Right now, we have limits, like limit orders, and right now it's 0x limit orders. We're also considering have own protocol for this with some really cool innovations, but we're not sure about time frame. Should we have this in like next our product or over the next? We're not sure yet when to release this thing.
Okay. Next question from the audience. Once again, Harvey Williams. How does Anton anticipate regulations will impact 1inch exchange users moving forward?
I didn't maybe get the question. It's about regulations. How we expect?
Yeah. So how will regulations impact the users who are using the exchanges or the DEX aggregator?
I think we like have the same approach as DEXs, because actually 1inch is not an exchange, like most of the DEXs are not exchanges. DEXs, like websites of DEXs, they're like providing just user interface to something, and 1inch is also providing user interface to something, and it works like informational service, which allows you to accumulate all the information and build some aggregation path. It's like informational service for creating transactions.
Okay. I mean, so no concerns at all in terms of possible. I mean, because obviously, at least here in the US, right? There hasn't really been any SEC judgment on DeFi or DEXs as of late. The most recent one was probably Ether Delta, right? That was kind of back in 2017, but that's because they were doing things kind of differently. Right?
Yeah, but as far as I remember, the case with Ether Delta was not like about exchange and users of that exchange. It was about selling the business of exchange, as far as I remember. So I believe right now we see like that governments should consider a different approach when they look at DEXs. For example, if they look at, for example, Uniswap interface, they should understand that Uniswap can't like affect anything. Anyone can use own application, not this like exact centralized website. People can use IPFS version of this website, which can be open permissionless in any point of our planet. And they don't have control over the access to their system, because their system and our system is also, they're working on decentralized environment like blockchain. It's like permissionless.
Okay. Next question from Bella. Is 1inch currently working on finding a way to mitigate gas fees?
Yeah, sure. We are also gonna ship some update pretty soon, where we're gonna one more time improve gas costs of some trades. We already did huge improvement in version 2, but we are also gonna go further and make some crazy new improvements.
Okay, let's see here. So Bella is talking about airdrops. Maybe kind of walk us through the airdrop you had for the token, and then how can people get that? Because actually, I still have to claim it. I've been so busy, I forgot to claim the airdrop. And I don't think there's a deadline to that, is there?
There is no any deadline, and if anyone would not capture its own drop, it will be uncaptured like forever. Yeah.
So somebody could come back 20 years later and capture their airdrop.
Yeah, if Ethereum's blockchain would work at this
still around.
moment, it will be possible. Yeah. And but
Toddler.
potentially technically it could be restricted. You know, someone could make a hard fork of Ethereum chain and extract balance of this address somewhere, but I don't believe it's possible.
Okay. And to claim it, I believe you just connect your wallet that you used for any 1-inch transactions, correct? And where's the option to claim it? Is that in the top right of the site or something, like in Uniswap?
Actually, you can claim for any wallet. If you want to claim for your friend, you can do this, but like tokens will be transferred for your friend's wallet. Okay. So claiming is possible from any wallet.
On the site? Could you kind of show us how to claim that?
Yeah, sure. You have to connect wallet first in the top right corner, and then you will see balance of 1-inch tokens right near to this wallet widget in the corner, and
I'll do that
you will
after the show.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and you will see some balance right near to the wallet widget in the corner, and you can just press claim button and get this token. So it's pretty easy.
Okay, that's good. Let's see if we have any other questions from the audience. Let's see here. Are there any plans to decentralize development of 1-inch exchange platform?
It's like about decentralized development. It's about development process, as far as I understand the question.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I see some problems here because what I see right now in the market, for example, what Uniswap do and what 1inch do, we're like working behind the closed doors on some new innovations because like team have like experience in this, and also we're like hiding something new from competitors for sure. And we're trying to exceed users' expectations and make some surprise for them with new releases. But it's definitely not possible if we would have an like fully transparent development process. Like if anyone will be able to observe what is under development, it will be like harder for the team to make a successful marketing, I believe.
Okay, that's so. I mean, any idea in terms of down the road how things would be? I mean, so do you plan to become fully decentralized ever?
I don't really know all the answers right now, but discussion about open development process is like here for a few months, and I see like and really enjoyed this discussion which started in Twitter, where Hayden Adams wrote his ideas about this. I also replied, and then he replied to me, and I also saw comments of Banteg, who is a Wi-Fi project developer. So yeah, we are considering what is better for the project right now. So right now we see that open sourcing the process of development is not a good idea, but everything can be changed in a few months. So all this DeFi is changing so rapidly. I don't know what would happen to it in a few months, but all we're trying to fit in this DeFi. And yeah, we will consider all these ideas in upcoming months for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, actually, so our team is also developing I asset allocator on Ethereum, and we're actually using 1inch Exchange in our development on testnet. So our development team is very hands-on on this project, and we're actually very excited to possibly showcase to the crypto world what we're working on with the 1inch Exchange. Okay, all right, let's get some other questions from the audience. From Alban, any plans for additional use? I guess any plans for additional purposes of the 1inch token apart from governance?
Yeah, sure. Initially, when we came up to token, we found a pretty cool tokenomics idea, but unfortunately, we can't disclose it because it involves not yet announced and like not yet released and not even announced products we're gonna ship this year. Yeah.
Well, we always like getting product announcements. So anytime, never feel free to let us know with any big news you have coming up. We always like to break the news.
Yeah. We will like post everything in Twitter, in Medium, but when time will come, when we will be ready to release this thing.
Okay. All right. So time to switch and put you in the hot seat. So everybody who comes on as a guest, we like to put them in the hot seat and learn more about them as a person. So we have 3 questions that will help us get to know you more. So the first question is, what are 3 books that have changed your life?
First book is like it's a huge book of 3 tomes. It's in English. It's called like The Art of Programming of Donald Knuth.
Okay.
And another book is The Gang of 4. It's like unofficial name of book for software developers for like seniors, I believe. But okay. I suggest any
so we
software
have the
developer.
Art of Programming, The Art of Computer Programming. I see here. Okay, by Donald Knuth. Yeah. What's the other one?
Gang of 4. Gang of 4. It's unofficial name of this book. Official name is something like patterns, software development patterns. I'm not sure.
Yeah, design patterns, elements of reusable object-oriented software.
Yeah, I read these books in Russian, in my native language. That's why I'm like not sure about English names. And maybe Clean Code is a good book for software developers. It's by Martin Fowler.
Robert Cecil Martin. Okay, that's a very hard course. So 3 programming books. That's great to know. That's the first on the show. I
decided to go with programming.
Programming. Okay, that's good. So to everybody, if you're a programmer, those are 3 books recommended by the co-founder of 1inch Exchange. Okay, time for the next question. Besides family and friends, who are 3 people who have inspired you, past or present?
I believe it's my wife and kids.
Well, besides family and friends.
Yeah, you mean I have to add some friends?
No, besides family and friends, like anybody in history, like whether in history or maybe even a mentor, a professor, a colleague, anybody who has inspired you.
I'd say Kain, like from founder of Synthetics project. He inspires me on how he drives his project, how he like work on it, how this project is evolving. It's a hard question because like there are so many persons that I like started from DeFi space, but it sounds like your project was not only about DeFi, it was about all the persons existed before and now. It will be like super like non-interesting if I would say some popular names like Steve Jobs, because everyone thinks
No, that works. No, that's fine.
Steve Jobs is great.
Yeah, Steve Jobs
But
is inspirational
yeah,
for a reason.
yeah, I have to say Steve Jobs because I use all the Apple products, and not all, but some of them, which are great. And this also like affects my life. That's why it also deserve one place in this list. You need 3 persons, yeah.
Yeah, one more.
Alexei Navalny.
Alex, who?
Alexei Navalny.
Okay, who is that?
This is a Russian politic who is like you can find a lot of news about him in which like came in like several months or several last years. It's quite popular Russian politic. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. So
He like
last question.
inspires me on like how he's like brave. Yesterday he returned to Russia from Germany and was jailed.
Oh
He
wow.
knew
Okay.
about this, that he will be jailed, but he still come and did this. So he like inspires me
Wait, they jailed
on
him
what
in
he's
Germany, and he was Russian, or in Russia?
yeah, he was in Russia, or he was like in Germany for several weeks. He was like recovering from Novichok.
Okay. All right. Very interesting. Okay. Last question. What are 3 actions you have taken in your life that have changed your life? Meaning that if you go back and look at all the actions you've taken, what are 3 things that stand out the most that have completely transformed your life?
I did kids. It changed my life really hard. You have so hard questions because
We
like
like to get to know our guests, No
select super
softballs here.
small amount, select super small amount of something, but not one, but small amount of something which is like huge amount, like all your life decisions, and you have understand what was decision, what was not decision, but happened to you after magically. Maybe participation in hackathons, not only like blockchain hackathons, because I started participate in this kind of activity a lot of years ago, and this has changed how I work and how I build projects, because I'm trying to like build a prototype ASAP to achieve like 80% of the project with 20% of power, something like this.
So, I mean, which hackathons do you recommend to developers to go to in the crypto space?
You know, in any space, any developers, I would recommend to participate in hackathons because it's like a super easy and super, not easy, but super fast and super interesting way to start doing something. You know, if you, for example, I started writing smart contracts on the hackathon. It was like hackathon when I knew about smart contracts and wrote my very first smart contract. So if you're gonna really dive deep into something without any experience, it's like the best way to do this is to participate in hackathon. There are like so many mentors on these hackathons, so you can like jump in, and after like 10, 20 hours, you will be able to do something with your own hands. It's like almost impossible to achieve this sitting at home.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, great to know. Then anything else? Any other actions? You said
Anything
kids,
else?
hackathons. One more, if we can.
Maybe starting developing software. It's like that's what happened to me almost 20 years ago when I just started. But since the first days when I understand what's going on, what's happening behind all these source code lines, I started to dedicate like tens of hours every week. And this like changed my life because I almost do not remember what I did before started programming.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Now, kind of off topic, but kind of tied to maybe the hackathons. Binance Labs, I believe, invested in you, right? In the company? And how'd you guys meet Binance? What's the story behind that? Was that through a hackathon? Was that through something else?
Yeah, we met the Binance guys on ETH Paris. First time we met them, we talked a bit, we made some contacts with them, and we built some interesting thing also, which should work right now because it's like the app, but it's not popular. Maybe we will rebuild it at some time in future. And yeah, we met them like this. We met Tech from Binance Labs. And yeah, when we tried to make it around in the start of 2019, 2020, it was pretty hard. But when all these DeFi things started to grow really rapidly and exponentially, it like became much easier to make new contacts, to like to talk to investors, all this thing. Because
There was
like in
FOMO
February,
after that.
yeah, in February of 2020, it was like super hard. You was calling to different investors and you was describing in them why your project is good and what you are gonna achieve. But in the middle of the year, things changed. And when you have a call with investors, you will ask them what value they could bring to your project. So
Yeah.
it's like I do not remember the exact word, like the market, like the lucky time on the market, like a proper time on the market when there is some opportunity to start a new project, something like this.
Okay, that's great. Before we wrap things up, by the way, if you're enjoying this live stream, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, turn on alerts, share this video with the crypto family, let them know about 1inch Exchange. Okay, next question from Prasang on YouTube. The situation right now on DEX is users have to pay $25 to $50 gas fees per transaction. A DEX on another blockchain with faster transactions speed and interoperable could be a huge risk to the project. Okay, let me see if I can clarify that question. So basically, right now you're building on Ethereum. Any plans to go to other blockchains? Yes or no? And if so, why?
Yeah, sure. We're considering to have like a aggregation on different platforms, like Near blockchain, Solana blockchain, Tron blockchain, any other blockchain. We're like monitoring them and considering what is like the best time to jump in on any of them. And we're also considering layer 2 solutions like Optimism, like ZK Sync, like the next version of ZK Sync is gonna have a smart contracts. Anyone will be able to deploy own smart contracts into this layer 2 system. The different blockchains, they are also Binance chain. They have bridges, which works. Anyone can bridge any tokens using these bridges. Like you can bridge your USDC from Ethereum to Near, using Rainbow Bridge, or you can bridge them to Binance Smart Chain using Binance Bridge. It's pretty cool, and once we will see there is like enough activity, enough DEXs tokens on any other chain, we will jump in and do aggregation. And regarding the layer 2, even bridges are not is not a requirement, because they works a little bit simpler. It's like depositing to smart contract will give you some balance in layer 2, and calling withdrawal on layer 2 will give you a transaction of withdrawal on layer 1. So yeah, we are considering all the opportunities and monitoring this thing. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Next question from CC on YouTube. My gosh, what a story. Are you based, or do you have offices in Russia?
I was born in Russia. Sergey, co-founder of 1inch, also was born in Russia. He, with his parents, moved to Germany 20 years ago. I'm right now in Amsterdam. I'm working on moving to Amsterdam permanently right now. So, in 2020, young companies do not have any offices actually, because everyone is working remotely. So it's not true that 1inch have like offices. But most of our developers team is located in Russia, but we also have guys in like around the world. One of them is living on Cyprus. Two of them are living in I do not remember exact place. It's in Asia. So we're like distributed team, like decentralized, and we think we do not need any offices. And I believe a lot of software development companies do not need any offices. They can work from any place they live.
Okay. I agree. I mean, same thing with us. Our team has been remote since day one. Really, since, even when I worked at IBM, I worked remotely. So, this is becoming mainstream, but this has been the way of life in most tech companies, especially small ones. Okay. Next question from JJ. Hey, your 1inch exchange terms of service page link doesn't work. Okay. Maybe if you could share that in the community, or maybe I guess Anton could look into that with his team. All right. And that's basically it in terms of questions. So Anton, any last words, anything you want to share that you haven't had a chance to maybe share or talk about?
I'm not sure. We will have so much updates this year. Like, stay tuned. I hope you will like what we are preparing.
Yeah, we hope so too. All right. That being said, thank you so much, Anton. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Once again, if you enjoyed watching the 100X show, where we bring guests from throughout the crypto space who are building big things and big ideas that we think have the potential to 100X. So that being said, smash the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friend, crypto families, and we'll see you next time. And we'll be wrapping things off with a music video. And as we like to say, the moon is not the limit to the moon and beyond. Thank you. Life-changing money, to a point where you can buy your mom and dad a brand new house, right? You can pay off your college loans. You can invest in your future, not have to work again, pursue your dreams, your passion, not have to have a job, work that 9-to-5 grind, right? Break the system, hack the system. This is what this show is all about.
They said relax, but never retire. Feeling detached, never inspired. They told me relax, but I can't retire. I'm feeling detached, never inspired. Like I would live on, but never alive. You know the system, AM till 5. They try to say our jobs to give on, they living a lie. Now here's the mission, die or decide. You would die. The corporate life is so redundant when your freedom is isn't free. It comes to being someone, just believe that you can be. And how can I have hunger when they tell me when to eat? How can I lead others when they tell me who to meet? Then they tell me when to come and then they tell me when to leave. They say how much to give and then forget how much I need. It's the pressures to succeed with the lessons of the greed. I question who to be and saw this message is in me. I gotta know.
Life-changing money.
I wanna work for myself, I gotta work for myself, I gotta go.
You can invest in your future, not
Bring
have to work
spirits to the
again.
moon, put nerves on the shelf, I gotta know.
Pursue your dreams, your
I
passion.
wanna stay free or want the safety, I gotta go.
Break the system, hack the system.
Although they paid me,
This is what the
they
show is
never
all
made
about.
me. I wanna relax, forever retire. I wanna detach, I'm feeling inspired. They told me relax, but I can't retire. I gotta detach, gotta decide. They got me thinking I would live on, but never rely. You know the system, AM till 5. They try to say your job's a give on, they living a lie. Now here's the mission, die or decide, do or die now. Hey, I will never be a wage slave, I gotta stay made. Hey, I used to see this in the 8th grade, wasn't a day late. Hey, I found the love that I was seeking, life that I'm leading. Hey, now I can do this every weekend, cause I'm a free man. I was in Tokyo, riding the job wheel, the rodeo, dancing with the devil for payment. I couldn't do-si-do, but I was driven. The mission gave me an open road. Made a decision to whip him like it's a motor show. 6-figure slave, I was paid, wasn't well though. Heard of crypto underground, it became my railroad. Started making earnest money, it's for whom the bell tolls. Went from wishing for sales closed to sales. Now I can relax, forever retire. Now I'm detached, forever inspired. Now I can relax, forever retire. I had to detach, had to decide. And now I'm thinking I can live on and not just survive. You know the system, AM till 5. They try to say a job's a give on, they living a lie. I made a mission, die or decide, do or die now. Crypto retirement, yeah, that's where my mind went. Started thinking higher, now they can't hire my time spent. No, not retire like 65 when your job ends. More like an island, and if I'm by it, I buy it. Free travel, dealerships, sweet dabble. I reign like Leeds Castle, you reign like Seattle. We went from sheep cattle to eating beef and mackerel at feast. No lassos, just beliefs me in a saddle. You gotta know.
Like life-changing, like
You wanna work for yourself, you gotta work for yourself, you gotta go.
not have to work again.
Raise spirits to the moon, put nerves on the shelf, you gotta know.
Pursue your dreams, your passion.
You wanna stay free or want the safety, you gotta go.
This is what the show is all about.
Although they paid you, they never made you. Now we can relax, forever retire. Now we detach, forever inspired. Now we can relax, forever retire. We had to detach, had to decide. And now we know that we can live on and not just survive. We left the system, AM till 5. They try to say our job's a give on, they live in a lie. We made a mission, die or decide, do or die now.
I'm here to put you guys on and share all the different resources and tips I come across in my journey to making $1 million and making $1 billion, right? I'm trying to share this with the world for free. I'm not here to sell you some $2,000 course, ebook, webinar, whatever, right? I'm here to put you guys on the game for free, open source, right? The same model as blockchain, Bitcoin, or these cryptocurrencies. I'm here to share everything with you guys.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com. Disclaimer: Token Metrics Media LLC does not provide individually tailored investment advice and does not take a subscriber's or anyone's personal circumstance into consideration when discussing investments. Nor is it registered as an investment advisor or broker-dealer in any jurisdiction. Information contained herein is not an offer or solicitation to buy, hold, or sell any security. The Token Metrics team has advised and invested in many blockchain companies. A complete list of their advisory roles and current holdings can be viewed here at tokenmetrics.com/disclosures.